Welcome to the fifth lesson in Chapter 4 of the Pearson video series. The fifth lesson covers the final triangle congruence theorem, HL, which stands for hypotenuse leg. And it says, if two right triangles have congruent hypotenuses and a leg that is congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. So here we have two right triangles, and they have one leg that's congruent, and their hypotenuse, the side that's across from the right angle, is also congruent, which means that both of these triangles are congruent. So, if you're looking at two right triangles, what is the minimum criteria that you need to show to say that they're congruent? So, if they already have two right angles, then you know that they have two angles. So, you need two sides. If the two sides are the two legs, then that means that you can show side angle side. If the two sides are the hypotenuse and one of the legs, and it can be either one of them, then you can show HL. So the minimum number of things that you need to know about two right triangles are going to be two of the sides that are congruent. Okay, let's take a look at the pairs of angles. Mark what you know are congruent using the reflexive property, etc. And then let's figure out what we need to know in order to use hypotenuse leg. So right here I have two right triangles, which means that this one is also a right triangle. Okay, so I also know that US is congruent to US because of the reflexive property of congruence. So if I know that I have two right triangles and I have one leg, all I need to know is that the hypotenuse of each of these triangles is congruent. So if I know that TU is congruent to VU, then I can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. I have two right triangles, and for this one, I don't know anything else about the sides. So I know that the hypotenuse, which is the side across from angle M, which is the right triangle, equals 9. So if I know that PR equals 9, then I know that those two are going to be the same. And one of the legs in the second one, QR, is equal to 5. So if I know that MN is equal to 5, then I know that we have two legs that are the same and the hypotenuses are the same. So if I know that PR equals 9 and MN equals 5, then I know that my two triangles are congruent. Okay, let's take a look down here. So I have two right triangles. I have PR congruent to PR because of the reflexive property of congruence. And I know that RS is equal to 8 and PQ is equal to 15. So RS being equal to 8 is not helpful. QR is probably also going to be equal to 8, and I would be able to prove them then using side angle side, but to use HL I have to know the hypotenuses. So I have to know that PS is equal to 15, so that I know that then the two hypotenuses are going to be congruent. Okay, last one. I have two right triangles. Both of them have a hypotenuse that is the same. And so if I know that the shorter legs are both equal to 12, that is, if AC is also equal to 12, then I know that those are two right triangles. Likewise, if I know that CB and DE are both equal to 28, then I know that they are right triangles because we'll have the hypotenuse and a leg, or the hypotenuse and a leg. So either one of these pieces of information is going to give me two congruent right triangles. Okay, on the other side, we have a proof. And what I want you to do is to use the given statements and reasons as clues to figure out the statements and the reasons that are missing. See how much of this you can fill in. We'll take a look at it in class. Okay, the last section gives you a peek at questions you might see on the AIR test, the ACT, or the SAT. Pause the video and draw lines to match the correct answers to each statement. The second question has one best answer. Check your answers when you are finished. Okay, have you finished? Let's take a look at what the answers are. So the first statement, given what we know about these two triangles, can prove that they are congruent using side angle side. The second statement can prove the two triangles using hypotenuse leg. The third statement is going to be angle side angle, and the fourth statement is going to be angle angle side. Over in the other question, the best right answer is going to be D. AC is congruent to DE. Any questions? Make a note of them and you can ask me in class. See ya!